Should I stop exercising is a common question that we'll get anytime somebody's sort of looking to rehab an injury. And the simple answer is no, you shouldn't stop exercising. Now that doesn't mean to say that we don't want to change what you're doing or reduce the volume of what you're doing. But stopping exercising is really not something that we recommend. We're much more kind of looking for you to continue as best you can with your program. Now that might mean adjusting the training volume for a while. Almost certainly that's one of the things that we're going to do, just to reduce the stress during the recovery period. So as you're rehabbing, and especially in the early stages of rehab, we want the training volume to come down a bit so that you're not overly stressing your body and you can actually really sort of focus on the recovery process. But that said, really what we want you to do is continue as best you can with what you're currently doing. Now, in some cases that'll mean doing just your normal program, but with a reduction in training volume, with maybe some slight changes to exercise selection or that kind of thing. Essentially, as long as what you're doing doesn't cause you any pain, then we're kind of sort of looking to try and include it or keep it within the program. Now, where it does create some pain, perhaps in sort of tendinopathy cases, we still want you to continue with it, if we can possibly do that anyway. But we really will be looking at a reduction in volume. So, runners might be looking at, if they're running daily, it might be every other day, just to allow that chance for the tendon to recover from the run. But regardless of any of this, even if it's like, we don't want you to do something, don't want you to do what you normally do, we will be giving you rehab exercises to replace what you would be currently doing. So as to ensure that the process is kept moving. And these rehab exercises will be progressive. They may start off relatively light, in a sense relatively easy, but we will look to progress the load through to gradually sort of reintegrate you into your normal exercising regime, be that whatever it is. But the one thing that it might be that you have a sufficient injury maybe in your lower body that means that you can't run or you can't squat or what have, that kind of stuff. So, but you would still carry on doing upper body work if you were able to get into the gym. It may be that whilst you can't run, you could cycle or you could use the rowing machine. And it's the impact more than anything that is the issue. So changing the training modality allows you to maintain your fitness base. But we never really want you to stop training. It's essentially counterproductive to getting you back doing what it is you love doing. If we get you to stop, then you're looking at a much longer recovery period once you really get back into the gym. So you'd end up with a rehab period followed by actually readjusting to training again once you got back doing any running. So if we can maintain as much or as close to what you were doing as we can, it means that as you go back into a normal program, it blends much more seamlessly. There's less loss in performance, and the recovery is generally a lot better. So there you go. Don't stop exercising. But certainly when you're in seeing us, we will give you advice on how to adapt your training program, reductions in volumes, switching exercises, and any appropriate rehab stuff that we think should be included in the program as we go along.